Hello, my name is Billie Jo, and this is my story.
A long time ago, I remember quite well.
I was born August 1920 on the kitchen floor. My daddy said he always wanted a boy, but instead he got me. I didn't think I would ever be wanted, so as a kid, I always felt out of place.
Her age was red and her hair was 19.
I started grammar school in 1926, and then the dust storm started coming. I remember the families starting to move out of the dust, finding farming jobs in California where there wasn't any dust. Sometimes I wish I could join them, leaving everything else, the good and the bad, behind. Father came home empty-handed every day after the dust came. Empty-handed, he tilled and tilled and tilled and tilled some more. Nobody knew this was only making our problem worse. Our whole village's harvest was practically nothing. We were going to run out of money if we got many more harvests like this. One day, my father left a pail of kerosene in the house. It may not have seemed like a big deal, but this one small slip-up changed the life for me and my whole family. Thinking it was a pail of water, my mother heated up the pail of kerosene, thinking it was water. Then she went outside to tell my father the tea was ready. While she was outside, I realized the water really was a fire and it was starting to burn things. I picked it up and walked out, preparing to throw it out the door. When my mother was walking inside, unaware, I threw the pail and she burnt. My mother was pregnant with a baby boy. She died giving birth, and the baby died soon after. Everything for our new life was gone. My mother was gone, and so was my brother. After my mother's death, I ran away, and my life got better. Well, not because I ran away, but when I returned home, I finally realized how important my relationship with my father was. We finally checked the spots he had on his body, which turned out to be skin cancer. After getting the skin cut out, the doctor said he would survive. You couldn't imagine my relief. We met a new woman, Louise. I hated Louise when I had met her. She was just my father's replacement for my mother, but she made my father laugh, and then she made me laugh. I eventually realized Louise wasn't a replacement. She was a new start.
I am a rambling cotton picker, happy as I can be.
After Father recovered from his skin cancer and the rain came back, we started using the new farming methods to prevent more dust. Life was looking up for a few years, with a lot of crops produced and no dust. After Mad Dog came home, he started courting me. However, the good things stopped there. In 1942, when I was 22, my father struck ill with pneumonia caused by the dirt that had accumulated in his lungs back in the dust storms. He struggled for 3 months with pneumonia before passing away in the winter of 1943. All of our income and the farm froze, and Louise and I struggled to make money. In the summer of 1943, I got married to Mad Dog. We had a small wedding, but I'd never been so happy in my whole life. Mad Dog was still making money for singing, so I often traveled with him and left Louise at home. We soon sold our farm in 1946 and moved to a bigger city, Chicago. Louise stayed in the house but didn't keep the farm, although she visited us very often. After moving to the city, Mad Dog and I had 3 kids. I stayed home and took care of the kids, Apple, Piano, and Pandowdy. Mad Dog stopped singing in 1959 when I was 39, and we moved back to our hometown with the 3 kids. We rebought our farm and moved in with Louise. Even after my father and mother's death, I managed to pull ahead and have a good life of my own. A reflection on my life. Sources: